Bottom of the first inning in a scoreless tie. Crawdads have a man at first with 2 outs for Kevin Parker, the third baseman from Texas Southern. Parker, righty, takes low, 1-0. Carlson blocked it but kept it close enough as it rolled up that first baseline. It's a Mazinter to Carlson battery with Mike Jones in left, Chase Taylor in center, Nick Sebastiani in right. Mateo Heredia gets us started third, Bryson Ayala at shortstop, Misael Europero at second, and Trent Keys at first. Mazinter's pitch, Parker fouls it straight back, 1-1.
And it's a defense that, against these Crawdads, has struggled across the season. Multiple errors and innings for Sonoma where Walnut Creek just would not stop scoring runs. And it's going to be tough in this heat to focus and play defense across a whole 9-inning game of baseball.
Carlson sets up down. The pitch is hit into center field. Taylor has a long run, but he cannot get it. He plays it on a hop. It's a 2-out single for Parker. And the Crawdads have a rally, first and second, with 2 outs for Cam Taylor, a .933 hitter.
Bam Bam Taylor.
9 for 33 is Cam, a double, a homer. 5 runs batted in, but he does have 10 strikeouts, so a guy that will go down via the K for sure. Parker's second-year Crawdad, powerful lefty, plays at Abraham Baldwin University. The lefty hits one hard to center. Drifting towards left is Chase Taylor, and he makes the catch. The side is retired. For the Crawdads, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We head to the second, tied at 0.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Trent Keys, Mike Jones, and Misael Europero, the 3 do against Martinez here in the second inning.
Leading off the second inning for Sonoma, Trent Keys.
Keys is second-year Stomper, left-handed hitter. Hitting .288, on base at .419. A guy that does a good job of earning the free pass, 16 walks and 13 hit by pitches. And he takes a called strike. Right on left. Keys swings and misses. It's 0-2. Trent had a single and Another single and a hit by a pitch yesterday in a 2-for-4 effort where he drove in a run and scored a run. Trying to jumpstart the offense in the second.
I'm curious to see what version of Martinez we get today.
The pitch is hit foul. There hasn't really been a bad one so
No,
far.
but we haven't really also seen him struggle with his command as much as he did in that first inning early on, where he allowed a couple of walks, got into some 3-ball counts. If that continues for Walnut Creek, Sonoma could be in a good position. They just have to be patient.
Keys behind 0-2 and takes a fastball at the knees that sends Keys packing for the third strikeout. First one looking.
So far of his second inning, this is the Martinez that we've gotten used to from Walnut Creek. 18 strikeouts now on the year through just 14 1/3.
Keys talks things over with Misael Europero as he goes back to the dugout, maybe explains the arsenal to the man on deck. We'll see what Mike Jones, a righty, can do, and he lines this one into the glove of the second baseman Carlisle. 2 away quickly here in the second. So after 2 of the first 3 batters in the first inning walked, they got Vassell to pop out, struck out Sebastiani, and Keys and Jones lined out on just a pitch. And so Misael Europero tasked with trying to continue this second inning. Stompers hoping to strike first, as they have in 4 out of the 5 meetings between these two so far this season. The pitch, Europero takes low, skips in there. That's a fastball, 1-0. I mean, scoring first hasn't really meant all that much for the Stomps. They're scored first in 4 out of 5. They've won just 1 out of 5. The pitch to Europero misses. 2-0. And another Stomper ahead in the count. Sonoma in the regular season last year were 22-5 when getting the first run. Europero takes a get-me-over to get the count to 2-1. That trend has not really stuck through to the 2026 season. Europero takes low, 3-1. And that trend also didn't really hold in the postseason. Last year, the Stompers allowed the first run in the North title against these Crawdads. They'd come back to win that game. They scored first in Game 1 of the CCL North Championship against the Oaks. They'd go on to lose that one. The pitch to Misa. They're called strike filler up at 3-2 with 2 outs and the bases empty. Payoff pitch, Martinez to Europero. Misa strikes out swinging. So a couple strikeouts in a 1-2-3 second for Martinez. Stompers go quietly. 1.5 in the books, no score.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
Stompers and the Crawdads scoreless after an inning and a half. Thanks for joining us here on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network. Max Mazinter out for his second inning of work. He deals with the all-star center fielder, Bryden Bull. Bryden, a top 3 prospect in the entire state of Nevada. Missed his entire freshman season at Ole Miss. He got hurt a week before the season for the Rebels. He takes a called strike, and he sort of picked up where he left off in high school ball. 291 this year. 3 doubles, 4 home runs, and 15 runs batted in. That earned him an all-star nod. He also competed in the home run derby for the North. He takes high 1-1. That was a Northern All-Star squad managed by Brant Cummings, who's down at third. Eric Robles on that staff as well. He coaches first. Dustin Cheney works with the pitchers. The whole Crawdad staff went down there. The pitch is hammered to center. Chase Taylor in his tracks makes the catch. A hard hit ball, but it finds the glove of Taylor. Records back-to-back putouts dating back to the first. There's 2 away. That's always a good guy to get out. And that brings up Joe Coupland, who's 2 for 6 this summer, his second year. With the Crawdads, he has a double and an RBI already in a handful of games. His second summer in Walnut Creek. Played the first half of the year in the West Coast League. The pitch from Mazinter. Coupland takes a strike. Joe last year went 11 for 49 with 3 doubles and 3 long balls as a member of the Crawdads. He got the start in the CCL North title game. He went 0 for 3. He also bunted over the go-ahead run in the 10th inning. Led off the 10th with a bunt. Here he pops it foul, and he's quickly behind Mazinter, 0-2. Stompers hoping to even get a chance at a CCL North title game this year. As things stand, they'd have to survive the wild card game first. And that's something that had never been done before in this era of the CCL playoffs, is win the wild card game and then win the North title game as well. The Stompers were lucky enough to get the bye last season. It paid dividends. This year there's a whole lot of work to do, and it would all but have to include sweeping the 4 games they have left against Walnut Creek. There's another 2 in the next 4 nights after today. 1-2 pitch. Coupland hits it foul. Stompers have an interesting week. They're here at Monte Vista today after a win last night in San Bruno. Then they're home tomorrow against Alameda. You can find tickets for that one at stompersbaseball.com. You can also see the Stompers at home on Saturday at 6:05 against these Crawdads. They're here on Friday and at San Bruno again, mercifully for the final time on Sunday. That pitch misses up and away.
Yeah, it's probably the toughest week of the year for Sonoma since the 2 down in San Luis Obispo. Or you're on the road more than you are at home. A lot of travel for the team. That's the furthest north out of any team in the CCL.
Coupland sees a 2-2 pitch and fouls it straight back again. Busy week before the Stompers are home 5 times. In the final week of the regular season, just a handful of chances left to see the Stomps at Arnold. But here in Monte Vista, work to do before they can focus on the Merchants at home tomorrow. 2-2 pitch. Coupland pops it up back behind the plate and foul once more. Joe Coupland not giving in here against Mazinter. A 4th 2-2 pitch. Mazinter wins the battle, struck him out on a high heater. Second K for Max.
You get the first 2 outs, but you'd prefer it to be a lot less stressful for the third one than it was last inning. Live gave up a walk and then a hard hit single to Kevin Parker. Dylan Perez, someone below the Mendoza line this year, but who has had success against Sonoma.
Perez, a left-handed hitter from Baylor. Just a $198 for the lanky lefty, who swings first pitch and demolishes a ball to right. Nick Sebastiani chases back, hits the warning track, reaches up. He can't get it. It bangs off the wall. He chases it back towards the infield. Perez rounds second, heads towards third. The throw comes in there late. It's a triple for Perez with 2 outs here in the second.
That ball just traveled, Kieran. Bounced off the wall. Tough one to read in the sun for Sebastiani. Heat playing a wave on both sides. The ball's going to travel farther, and it's going to be harder to concentrate defensively.
I think he had a beat on that ball for most of it. He tracked it really well, got to the warning track, and then put his glove up and just could not make the play. And Zach Pace is going to come out to check on Nick Sebastiani, who crashed off against the wall. Nick seems to be okay, and Zach Pace heads back to the dugout. Elijah Ramos trying to do damage against his former club. Takes a ball off the corner away. Elijah just .224 this summer. Played a full season at Cal State East Bay. He's headed to Bakersfield for the next season. He hits this ball hard to left. Mike Jones heads back. He's at the warning track. He looks up and it's gone. Elijah Ramos continues to torment the Stompers. AR's first blast of the year. Elijah's hitting .224 on the season. It feels like he has an extra base hit every time he sees the Stomps. 2-0, Walnut Creek. RBI 16 and 17. Back to the top, and Shane Aldridge. And Sonoma, the vibes have just been so high. 9 straight wins. It feels like every break goes their way, and then you come back here to Danville, and the Ghosts come right back. Mazinter's pitch. That's hit hard and up the middle. That's a hard hit single. 3 straight 2-out knocks for the 8, the 9, and the leadoff man. Aldridge, here comes Lucas Carlisle.
And all 3 have been hard hit balls. We saw the Seagulls struggle to put away the Stompers last night with 2 outs. This time around, it's been the opposite. Sonoma struggling to put away batters with 2 outs.
Check on first base, diving back safely is Aldridge. That's a very nice job of trying to limit the run game. As we mentioned, Walnut Creek second in the CCL North with stolen bags there at 86.
Yeah, and Zach Pace made sure to tell Mazinter that once the runner got on.
Max just misses with that first pitch. Carlisle attempted to bunt unsuccessfully in his first at-bat. He yanks one through the left side for a single here in his second trip. The Crawdads keep on threatening to blow this thing open. They already lead it 2-0, and that's going to prompt a trip from the pitching coach, Mike Nunez. Second inning, a lot like the first. Mazinter gets 2 quick outs, and then the Crawdads rally. It was a walk and a single before he escaped the jam in inning number 1. Here in the second, 2 quick outs. Then a Perez triple, Ramos home run, and back-to-back singles from the top of the order
And all four hits have been quick off the bat. I've said it before, I'll say it again. These Crawdads are just relentless. Would love to get out of this inning with only 2 on the board.
Blake Dempsey, the home plate umpire, comes to break up the consultation on the hill. Mike Nunes heads back to the dugout, and the Stompers reset to their bases. And Ryan Ellis, who walked, has only tripped so far. 5 doubles and 4 home runs. 14 runs batted in, has a chance to add a couple more. The All-Star takes a called strike 1. Two on, 2 out, 2-0 Crawdads in the second. Both runs coming in this frame, courtesy of an Elijah Ramos 2-run bomb. Mazinter deals home. Ellis fouls it off Carlson, the catcher. It's 0-2.
Good response so far from Mazinter, but you got to put him away.
2 quick outs in the first. He escaped a jam after allowing 2 to reach. 2 quick outs here in the second. 4 straight hits. Ellis takes a called strike 3. The inning is over. But the Crawdads get 2 runs on 4 hits, no stomper errors and 2 left. Elijah Ramos, a 2-run home run, makes it a 2-0 score after 2 in Danville.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
We play on into the third. Sonoma trying to answer the 2 runs that the Crawdads put up in the bottom of the second. Alessandro Martinez still out there. He's retired 5 straight. He deals with Bryson Ayala. The two-lane shortstop pops up the first pitch he sees, back behind the plate. Coupland has a play coming towards the backstop, and he makes the catch. Ayala gone on just a pitch.
Center fielder number 1, Chase Taylor.
I mean, in the second inning, it was 2 strikeouts and then a first pitch line out from Mike Jones. Ayala goes down on the first pitch. You have to work some more counts against Martinez. Be patient.
Chase Taylor walked to lead off the ball game. He digs in from the left side. and takes the ball outside. Good take from Chase. It was 8 hits during the winning streak here for Sonoma. That included 1 yesterday and what was a 1-for-5 effort. Mateo Heredia, the Crawdad killer on deck, hopefully with a man aboard as Taylor takes. It's 1-1. Taylor watches a pitch miss low and outside. He's ahead 2-1. Martinez walked 2 in the first. He's yet to allow a hit. He's struck out 4. He rocks and delivers. Misses way upstairs. The count is now 3-1. Hitters count for the veteran left-handed hitter. That ball misses low for ball 4. Chase Taylor's earned himself 2 walks here in his first 2 plate appearances. He's up to 25 on the season. And Mateo Heredia, he's 6 for 13 against the Crawdads. He had a 4-hit game yesterday. His average is plateaued up to 330 almost. He has 4 doubles and a homer. Long ball would tie this one. Hitting room on the right side. Taylor holds the runner at first. Carlisle in double play depth. Heredia lifts his hands but takes it over the inside edge. Stompers looking for a 5th road victory this year. Heredia late. It's 0-2. Max Mazinter gave up a home run to the 9-hitter Elijah Ramos in the bottom of the 2nd. That's where we stand. 2-0 ball game in the 3rd. 0-2 pitch. Heredia strikes out swinging. 5th strikeout for Martinez.
Yeah, it's 2nd of a day for Mateo. Maybe the Crawdads have found an answer for Heredia.
See if they can find an answer for Hunter Carlson. He walked in his first trip. Martinez sidestepped, misses low, blocked by Coupland, but Taylor holds it first. Didn't have a perfect read on that ball in the dirt. Carlisle plays deep at second base, 2 feet on the outfield dirt. Carlson takes up and away, and the only base runners allowed by Martinez here in 2 2/3 innings is 2 walks to Taylor. One of them a couple hitters ago chases at first, and a walk to Hunter Carlson in inning number 1, who he's currently behind 2-0. So man at first with 2 outs. The pitch to the lefty. Beautifully received by Coupland. Brought it up to the knees on the outside corner, 2-1. Stompers need to get something going early. They can't let the Crawdads keep extending and extending their lead, as we've seen a couple times this year. Carlson takes low, straight to the backstop. Taylor takes 2nd and holds there.
Good read from Taylor.
Wild pitch against Martinez. That one really no play at all for Joe Coupland, the catcher. One went straight to the backstop. Taylor all but walked to second base. Man in scoring position, hitters count. 2 outs in the frame. Carlson awaits from Martinez. Here it is. Hunter takes low ball 4. 4th walk issued, and he's only walked 2 guys. He just walked them both twice and deals with Tino Vassell. Vassell from the area. Pleasant Hill is where he grew up, just 1 town over. He's a powerful lefty who's having an outstanding second half. He went 11 for 19 last week. The reigning CCL hitter of the week takes a called strike 1. Talking to his dad, John Vassell, yesterday. When he takes a deep breath before every pitch. When he's really going well, he'll take that deep breath in the box. He's up there ready to hit, and if he's stepping out before every pitch, you know, maybe he's a little bit off the rhythm as he takes low, 1-0. A pitch to Vassell, outside, 2-1. Anthony Shepler's come out on deck. He would hit for Nick Sebastiani, and then Trent Keys would move to right, and Shepler would take over at first. So it seems like there was some injury to Sebastiani on that play where he banged off the wall in right center field. The pitch to Vassell, taken away, 3-1, and all of a sudden there's some stirring in the bullpen for Walnut Creek. A couple guys up and stretching. Hitters count for Tino, wants to do damage. And this is the count to do it. Martinez has to come in the zone on 3-1. He doesn't. Way high, ball 4, bases loaded. So Shepler's going to play first base, you would have to think. Nick Sebastiani's lifted from the ballgame. We can only hope he's okay. And Anthony Shepler, how do you like that? Comes off the bench in a big spot in the 3rd inning with the score 2-0 Walnut Creek. But the bases loaded and 2 outs. Shep, grand slam the other week against Santa Maria.
Sonoma wouldn't mind that right now.
Left-handed hitter has shown the power as 3 home runs in the month of July. He takes inside, it kicks to the backstop. Taylor comes home. The other 2 Stompers take their 90 feet. The second wild pitch of the inning nets Sonoma's first run. They cut the deficit in half.
And only the 2nd run all year allowed by Alessandro Martinez.
And he 100% did it to himself. 3 walks and 2 wild pitches. You can't make your bet any more than that. Shepler now a base hit to the outfield with 2 outs could flip the script. Sonoma down 2-1. They could take a 3-2 lead. The pitch to Shepler taken up and away. It's now 2-0. That breaking ball we've seen miss low a couple times in this inning. If that happens again, the Stompers could get a run. It's Carlson from 3rd base, Vassell from 2nd with 2 outs, and there will be a meeting at the mound before the 2-0. And there's a lefty. You guessed it. It's Paul Wheeler up and throwing in the bullpen for Walnut Creek.
And we were told to expect him at some point today. I think it's probably a little earlier than when Brant Cummings wanted to go to him, but when Sonoma has 2 runners on in scoring position, you kind of have to play it careful in a 1-run game right now.
Shepler a lefty at the plate. Keys a lefty on deck. You'd wonder if that, with Martinez a righty on the mound, you wonder if that's when the move could be made, is for Trent Keys. Wheeler throwing in earnest all of a sudden down that line. He was up and stretching very slowly. Then the wild pitch and the walk to Vassell. He's getting hot down there in the bullpen. It's 2-0 to Anthony Shepler. A scary place to be if you're an opposing pitcher in the past couple weeks. Hitters count to Shepler. Anthony swings and misses. Chased ball 3.
I believe it might be Austin Bolello, the lefty getting loose, number 13.
Martinez comes home to Shepler. Swing and miss again, 2-2. Swung right over an off-speed pitch there. So from 2-0 to 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. Third inning. Martinez sets at the belt and delivers home to Shepler. Swing and a miss. The side is retired. The Stompers, though, get a run without the aid of a hit. No errors. And 2 left. 2.5 innings of play in the books. It's 2-1, Walnut Creek.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers.
Stompers have cut into the deficit. It's now 2-1. And Kevin Parker leads things off against Max Mazinter.
The third baseman, number 8, Kevin Parker Jr.
Parker singled in the first inning. He was stranded there. One of 5 hits already for the Dads. Mazinter's first pitch is low, 1-0. Walnut Creek at 20-8 sit at the top of the CCL North. The Blues are behind them, and they lost today against the Merchants. Sonoma in third place. They have a pretty hefty lead over Alameda now for that final playoff spot. Parker bounces this one to third. Heredia backhands, throws across the diamond, and it's dug out by Shepler. A nice play by Heredia. Knew how fast the runner Parker was, knew he didn't have time to set his feet, but a second to rock back and get that one across. Nice stretch from the new first baseman Shepler. Trent Keys, as we guessed, moved out to right. Cam Taylor, big left-handed first baseman from Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, takes a called strike 1. Down in Georgia, where Taylor's from. Second year playing with the Crawdads. Started at Eastern Kentucky. Takes down below the knees. Last year, he hit .253 with 2 doubles and 2 homers. This year, he's now 9 for 34, but picked up his first homer earlier this week. He flew out to chase Taylor the first time up. This time he pops it up, fouling out of play. He's behind in the count 1-2. Mazinter hasn't had problems getting the first 2 outs of innings. He's had a problem getting the third. 2 straight base runners in the first. He escaped that jam, but 4 straight hits in the second yielded 2 runs for the Crawdads. 2-1 ball game. The base is empty in the bottom of the third. Mazinter pitches. Taylor strikes out looking. Fourth strikeout for Max Mazinter.
2 quick outs. Now you got to get a third against Bryden Bull, who is one of the best hitters on the team for the Crawdads.
Bullpen already going for Sonoma. Right on left, Mazinter to Bull. Swing and a miss. Fooled him badly. It's 0-1. Shoulder injury kept Bull off the field for the Rebels his entire first year. 6'5", left-handed hitter. A big swing and a big miss again. Strikeout sort of been the only issue for Bryden this year. He's hitting .291. He has 3 doubles, 4 long balls, 15 runs batted in, but he struck out 21 times. He's behind in the count 0-2 against Max Mazinter. The pitch is flared out towards center field, but Bryson Ayala ranges out to make the play, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Mazinter. Shuts him down in the third. Nate Martin takes over on play-by-play in the fourth. Crawdads doubling up the Stompers. It's 2-1.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard.
Welcome back to a sunny Monte Vista High School here in Danville, California. The Crawdads in front of the Stompers 2-1. It'll be Keys, Jones, and Europero. 6, 7, and 8 against the new arm Austin Balello. The lefty takes a deep breath on the mound, facing the fellow lefty Trent Keys. Delivers a first pitch that misses outside for a ball. Keys struck out looking against the starter Alessandro Martinez, who went 3 innings, didn't allow a hit. The issue was the command. 5 walks, 6 strikeouts, and a run across the plate because of it. On the 1-out, Keys hits that one the opposite way to left field. Long run over for Perez, but it goes foul before he can reach it. A weakly hit ball from Keys, who has to head back to the batter's box. On 1-1 count with nobody out, nobody on here to open the top of the fourth. Balello, 5'10" lefty from Willamette University, made 10 appearances and allowed an ERA of 11.34. He's in an even count against Keys, 1 ball, 1 strike, and delivers a pitch that's bounced over to third. Long run over for Perez, but it goes foul. Keys denied on a couple of foul balls in a row the other way. He's behind 1-2. Keys, an on-base machine this year, reaching at a 485 clip, is behind 1-2. Gets a pitch and hits it the other way once more. Pears tracks over, back at the wall. He hauls it in, bounces off the wall. It did not go into the glove cleanly. Keys holds up at second. Perez had a read on that one, but couldn't haul it in. We'll see if it's ruled a hit or an error. It was not an easy play to make. An overhead grab, kind of similar to the one we saw Nick Sebastiani struggle to make back in the second. And it's rolled a leadoff double for Trent Keys, who stands in scoring position in a one-run game with nobody out for the righty Mike Jones. First pitch, a breaking ball over the plate, 0-1. Balalo this summer, 5 appearances, pitching to a 3.86 ERA. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Someone who can compete in the zone. He gets a swing and miss from Jones, 0-2 on another breaking ball. Jones below the Mendoza line, but with 3 doubles and a homer, he has 8 RBIs on the year. Trent Keys stands at second, hoping to be number 9. The 0-2. Swing and a miss once more. Jones digs for first. The play is made in there in time. Keys advances to third on the drop, strike 3. And is 90 feet away from scoring.
Number 51,
Brings up Misael Urapero with 1 down, 1 on the top of the 4th, and a 1-run game, hoping to tie it here for Sonoma. Urapero with 17 RBIs on the year steps into the left-handed batter's box to face the lefty Balelo. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. A righty, Bryson Ayala, on deck before the top of the order can come up with Chase Taylor. Ayala, a long stare to Urapero, and comes home. A 1-0 taken outside, ball 2. I have to come in the zone here against Urapero. 2 doubles and a homer. This year, all 3 extra base hits at Arnold Field. The 2-0. Bounced foul up the first base line. 2-1. Clear objective here for Urapero with the corners of the infield in, middle of the infield back at normal depth. If he can just hit a ground ball, it likely scores a run. The 2-1, bounced over to second. Carlisle picks it up, throws over to first. Keys crosses the plate. An RBI ground out to tie the game, up at 2. Brings up Bryson Ayala with nobody on, 2 down. Here in the top of the 4th. The Dads and the Stomps knotted up at 2 apiece.
Shortstop, Bryson Ayala.
Ayala popped out to the catcher. First time through. He gets a first pitch and takes it outside below the knees, ball 1. The righty's first time facing Balelo, who's allowed the tying run to cross this inning. Misses below the knees on a fastball, 2-0. Keys with the first hit of the ball game for Sonoma. It's also the second run. Stomps up into this point, we're getting no hit. The 2-0. Breaking ball that finds the zone, 2-1. Ayala thought about swinging there, but instead took it. Ayala has reached in the 5 of the last 6 games. Takes low, ball 3 into a hitter's count here against Balelo, trying to continue the inning with 2 down. The tall righty, 6'5", has a 7-inch height advantage over the pitcher Balelo, and hits that one over to third, off of the glove of Parker and into the outfield. Ayala digging for second. Perez picks it up in foul territory, and instead Ayala forced to retreat back to first. two-out single, second hit of the inning to bring up Chase Taylor with 2 down in a 2-2 ball game.
Center fielder number 1, Chase Taylor.
Taylor has drawn a walk both times he's been up, hoping to continue that on-base streak against the new arm. As the pitching coach out of the dugout for Walnut Creek. Bolello so far this inning gave up a leadoff double, a drop strike 3 that allowed Keys to advance to third, and then Urapero scored Keys on a ground out to second. Ayala currently stands at first after a 2-out single. Taylor been a tough man to retire in this winning streak for Sonoma. Entered the week with a .556 on-base percentage in every game he started during the W9 for Sonoma. Reached twice yesterday with a single and a walk. He's reached twice today with 2 walks. He's at the plate to face the southpaw Bolello after the mound meeting has finished. Everyone back to their normal stations. Coupland behind home plate. Bolello on the mound. The infield at normal depth. First pitch. Pieced over to first. In the glove, out of the glove of Carlisle. Ayala goes from first to third. It's a single to continue the inning to put runners on the corners. First and third for Mateo Heredia. 6 for 14 against the Crawdads this summer. The righty's first time facing the lefty Bolello. He struck out twice today, trying to give Sonoma the lead here in a tie ball game with 2 down in the top of the 4th. Team leader in RBI, Hunter Carlson on deck. First pitch, Heredia takes on the inside corner, 0-1. Mateo coming off of a 4-hit game yesterday against San Francisco. He's got runners on first and third. The 0-1. Breaking ball looked at outside, nothing, and beg your pardon, 1-1. The 1-1. Taken at the knees, strike 2. Heredia in another 2-strike count. He struck out twice today, 21 Ks on the year. Doesn't want to leave Taylor on first nor Ayala at third. The 1-2. Taken below the knees this time, ball 2. 6 extra base hits on the year for Heredia, including a home run. He has a double against these Crawdads. The 2-2. Taken outside, ball 3. Bolello thought that was strike 3. Had the right height, but couldn't find the plate. Full count, runners on first and third. Heredia gets the payoff and takes it for a called strike 3. The inning ends after Sonoma scores the tying run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th in a tie ball game, 2 apiece between the Stomps and the Dads.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. They'll throw home from left field. Kicks away. Take a bow, Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win. The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God, rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Max Mazinter, Sonoma starter, enters inning number 4 of work. Trying to replicate what he did back in the third. A 1-2-3 inning after Sonoma scored a run. It's 2-2 here in the bottom of the fourth with Coupland, Perez, and Ramos. The back end of the lineup today for Walnut Creek facing Mazinter for the second time today. Starting out with Joe Coupland, who struck out swinging. Tall righty, Mazinter comes home. Fastball up and in. Ball one, Coupland kind of had to duck out of the way of that one. Heading to Long Beach State after a couple years at Chabot. The righty gets the 1-0 and takes a breaking ball over the zone, 1-1. Mazinter, 4 strikeouts to just 1 walk. He has allowed 5 hits from the Crawdads, including a home run. The 1-1 hit right into the glove of Mateo Heredia, L5 to open the fourth. Brings up Dylan Perez. The next 2 guys up, Perez and Ramos. The only 2 extra base hits of the day for Walnut Creek. Perez, the lefty, had a triple. The man on deck, Ramos, had a home run. Those are the only 2 runs on the board for Walnut Creek in a tie ball game here. Righty-lefty matchup. Mazinter deals. Check swing, the appeal down to third, successful. Perez went around and falls behind 0-1. Blake Dempsey over at home plate. Matt Bolus at first. David Lee over at third. 2 of these 3 umpires also were involved in yesterday's win for San Francisco, Dempsey and Lee. The 0-1. Fastball taken outside, ball 1. Mazinter has done a solid job getting the first 2 outs. He gets a 1-1 and has Perez hit that one to shallow right. Keys runs over and makes the grab. First time the new right fielder has been involved. 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Elijah Ramos. 1 for 1 with a home run over the left field wall. 2 down, 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. Mazinter trying to keep things tied here. Issues a first pitch. Misses below the knees, 1-0, and that's where you want to miss in this league. The coaching staff for Sonoma emphasizes missing below the knees versus above the hips. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ramos has done very well against the Stompers this year. A few extra base hits. Reached twice the last time these 2 teams played. But hitting just .224 this summer for Walnut Creek. It's a 1-1. And lines that one to center. Taylor going back to the track, and he makes the grab for the final out of the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Max Mazinter. We head to the top of the 5th, tied up at 2.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
New arm into the game for Walnut Creek, and while you hear reggae music in the background, it might as well be the theme song for The Undertaker. Paul Wheeler, the 5'11" lefty from Los Altos, California, relieves Austin Bolello. Wheeler has been money against Sonoma. He's pitched 4 2/3, only allowed 1 hit, no runs, and struck out 9. He hits Hunter Carlson in the back first pitch. 14th hit by pitch of a year for Hunter Carlson, but we haven't seen him in this much pain after one. Crouched down, now heading over to first. Seems to be good enough at least to stand on first. We've already had one Sonoma player exit the ballgame because of injury. You don't want your team leader and RBI to have to do the same. But Carlson's over at first for Tino Vassell. Wheeler has to work with a base runner on, something he hasn't had to do a lot against Sonoma. First pitch from the lefty, right at the knees, strike 1. Wheeler kind of has a sidearm delivery. He's facing his USF teammate, Tino Vassell. Lefty-lefty matchup in a tie ball game here in the top of the 5th. Issues in 0-1. Bounced right back up the middle. Gloved, knocked away by Carlisle and into the outfield. Sonoma, a couple base runners on with nobody out. We'll see how that one is ruled. It seems to be an error on Lucas Carlisle, the second baseman, E4, to put runners on first and second. That was a tough play to make. He had to track over a lot of distance. It's runners on first and second for Anthony Shepler. Struck out swinging first time up. The lefty facing the lefty. Wheeler with 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Tie ball game at 2. The first pitch. Taken inside, ball 1. Can Sonoma finally get to Paul Wheeler? Their 4th time seeing him. Shepler out ahead 1-0 with runners on first and second, nobody out. Wheeler looks back at second and comes home. Taken high and in, ball 2. Wheeler has yet to allow a run all year. He's got runners on first and second, nobody out with a 2-0 count to Shepler. He fires and misses low and away, ball 3. A Hit by pitch for Carlson at second. Vassell over at first after reaching on an error. 3-0 count here to Anthony Shepler. Red line on against Wheeler, who struggled to find the zone early. Takes a strike, 3-1. You'd imagine Shepler's going to get another pitch to hit here. A team leading 3 home runs in the month of July. They represent 3 of the 15 hit by Sonoma in league play. The rest of the North has combined for 19 this month. Taken ball 4 off the knees of Cortland. Our runners all advance but hold up at second and third. It's the bases loaded, nobody out on what would have been ball 4 with Trent Keys coming to the plate. Sonoma has a chance to put a run on the board for the first time all year against Paul Wheeler. No other team has done it as well. And now a mound visit. Wheeler struggling with his command here early. Hit Hunter Carlson on the first pitch. Vassell reached on an error. And then Shepler drew a 5-pitch walk. Keys had a double back in the second to start things off and scored a run. I'm sure Brent Cummings hoped for a little bit better from his star reliever coming in for Austin Bilella, who went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. That's something that Walnut Creek might have to rely on here with nobody out and the bases loaded. They've struck out the Stompers 8 times today. The mound visit is over. Blake Dempsey breaks it up as Trent Keys is ready to try and score some runs here, get a rally going for Sonoma. 1 run in the third, 1 run in the fourth. They're all squared up at 2 here in the top of the 5th. Against one of the best relievers in the CCL. Can Keys get things going and put up a crooked number for Sonoma? Corner of the infield plays in, middle of the infield at double play depth. The first pitch, Keys bounces foul back to the plate. 0-1. Deep breath from Keys, who was tied with Hunter Carlson for the league lead in hit by pitches with 13. Carlson stands at third after taking 14 to start the inning. The 0-1. Keys bounces that one over a leaping Wheeler. Gloved throw over to first. Not in time. An infield single for Trent Keys. The first hit. Beg your pardon. A fielder's choice that scores a run. It's a fielder's choice. Runners on the corners. 1 down. And the top of the 5th. An unassisted play by Ramos. That one's hit hard but foul by Jones. Sonoma leads 3-2. Runners on first and third, 1 down in the 5th. As Jones takes below the knees, ball 1. Jones is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, trying to score some more runs here for Sonoma with runners on the corners, 1 down. The pitch. Taken outside, ball 2. Wheeler, the lefty against the righty. Jones still struggling to find the zone here. Hit by pitch, a walk. He's behind 2-1 to Jones. The pitch. Jones hits it to shallow right. Aldridge charges in, but it's the second baseman, Carlisle, who makes the grab. An unproductive out number 2 that holds up Vassell at third. Keys stays at first. Brings up Misael Uripero. Sonoma would love a crooked number here. They had the bases loaded, nobody out. They have 1 run to show for it so far. Runners on first and third, 2 down here in the top of the 5th. In a 3-2 game, Sonoma leads. First pitch to the lefty, Europero takes a cold strike. Can Wheeler get out of it after allowing his first earned run of a year? The 0-1. Europero takes at the knees, 0-2. Wheeler's a strike from getting out of it. The 0-2. Low and away, ball 1. Cortland had to move to prevent that one from getting to the backstop. Vassell stands at third. You'd imagine he's going to be running on any balls that get past Copeland, the catcher. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the inning. Sonoma gets its first lead of the ball game, but only 1 run after having the bases loaded with nobody out. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and a 3-2 ball game. The Stomps lead.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Scotty Cato comes into the bottom of the 5th with a lead to defend. Sonoma leads 3-2. Cato, the first reliever used by Zach Pace. Facing the top of the order, Aldridge, Carlisle, and Ellis. The righty from Elisa Viejo against the lefty Aldridge from Menlo. First pitch, a strike at the knees, 0-1. Cato into the game for Max Mazinter, who pitched 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Had 1, 2, 3 innings back in the 3rd and the 4th after Sonoma scored runs as Cato comes into his own there with a breaking ball, 1-2. Cato hoping for the same here after Sonoma took the lead in the top half of the inning. 3-2 ball game. Cato's 2-strike offering taken low for a ball. Appeal down to 3rd, unsuccessful. Aldridge held up on the swing as Carlson walks the ball back over to Cato, having some words of encouragement for the reliever from Orange County. Just recently played his college ball at CSU Monterey Bay. Started off his career at Sonoma State. So someone who likes to attack in the zone, show the batters his best stuff and say, come get it. The 1-2. Hit the other way into left field. Jones runs over and makes the grab right before it heads into foul territory. A lot of ground to cover for Jones, but he makes the play. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Sonoma leads 3-2. This is the 8th appearance of the year for Cato. He's allowed 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 12 hits, 8 strikeouts, just 1 walk. And a big plus for the righty. He's facing the righty Lucas Carlisle, who swings at the first pitch, hits it the other way to right. Keys under it, right in front of foul territory, and makes the grab. 2 quick outs here to open the bottom of the 5th. Brings up Ryan Ellis, one of the toughest guys to retire in the entire league. Kato will have to do it in order for the 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Stompers pitching. And a 3-2 game they lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Kato the righty facing the lefty Ellis, who's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a strikeout. Kato's first pitch, a breaking ball upstairs, ball 1. Ellis, 351 average, 500 on base percentage, 9 extra base hits, including 4 home runs. The 1-0, taken below the knees on a fastball, 2-0. Kato quickly behind here to Ellis, who's already drawn a walk once today. He's the only Crawdad to do so. The 2-0. Hit foul and out of play. 2-1. Kato trying to come back in the count here and put up a 0 on the scoreboard for Sonoma. They lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 down, nobody on here for Ryan Ellis. He's in a 2-1 count against Scotty Kato, the new arm. The pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. Ball 3. Hitters count here to Ellis. Kato going to have to go after Ellis on the 3-1. He misses high, ball 4. Ellis walks for the 2nd time today. It's only the 2nd walk Kato has issued this year. 1 on, 2 down, and a 1-run game to bring up Kevin Parker. The first base runner for Walnut Creek since the 2nd. Ellis over at first. Parker, the righty, 1 for 2 today with a single back in the 1st. He digs in against the righty Kato. The first pitch, swung and fouled. Out of play over the Crawdads dugout. 0-1. Parker at his 3rd school, Texas Southern. Hits that one high to the left side of the infield. Ayala, the shortstop, makes the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. Sonoma in front 3-2 after no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left from the bottom of the 5th. The Stomps try to add on in the top of the 6th on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers.
Paul Wheeler stays in the game after giving up the lead back in the 5th. He'll be throwing to a new battery mate, Brandon Clisby, the new catcher, and for Joe Coupland. This was always going to be the case. Brent Cummings alerted us before the game that he'd be making the switch after 5 innings behind the dish. It'll be Ayala, Taylor, and Heredia, 9-1 and 2, trying to add on to a 1-run lead here in the top of the 6th. The lefty Wheeler against the righty Ayala. First pitch, high and away, ball 1. Ayala 1 for 2 today with a single. Has now reached in 6 of his last 7 games for Sonoma. Tall righty gets the 1-0 and takes it low and in for a strike, 1-1. Bryson, 6'5", Wheeler, 5'11". Big difference in height between the pitcher and the batter. The 1-1. Ayala takes a breaking ball over the plate, 1-2. After letting the first 4 on, Wheeler has retired the last 2. He's ahead 1-2 against Ayala here to open the top of the 6th. The pitch. Ayala bounces that one over to a charging Parker. He gloves, throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. Brings up the top of the order, Chase Taylor, who's been a problem today for Walnut Creek pitching. He's reached all 3 times with 2 walks and a single. The lefty digs in against the lefty Wheeler. Trying to add on to a 1-run lead here in the top of the 6th for Sonoma. Wheeler's first pitch. Line but foul up the right field line and towards the Crawdads bullpen. That would have been extra bases for Chase Taylor if it stayed fair. Sonoma only 2 hits on the day, but they lead this game 3-2. Taylor behind 0-1 against the lefty Wheeler, who comes home. Breaking ball that misses upstairs, ball 1. Taylor rising in the on-base percentage. He's now above 400 on the year, and he's reached all 3 times he's been up today. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Wheeler looking to get the second out of the inning. Sonoma has scored a run in each of the last 3. The 1-2. Taylor pops it up behind home plate. Clisby runs over. The new catcher can't make the grab. Went a little too close to the backstop. Went above his outstretched glove and behind him. Count stays at 1-2 for Chase Taylor with 1 down, nobody on. Sunny and hot here at Monte Vista High School. Not a cloud in sight on a 91-degree day. Sonoma in front 3-2. Taylor behind 1-2 with 1 down here against Paul Wheeler. The pitch. Taken for a called strike 3. Chase Taylor is retired for the first time all day. Brings up Mateo Heredia with 2 down. In a 3-2 ball game, Sonoma leads in the top of the 6th. Heredia has struck out all 3 times he's been up today. 2 swinging, 1 looking. His first time facing the new arm Wheeler. First pitch. Bounced over to Wheeler, who gloves it on 1 up and flips it to first himself. The side is retired. Wheeler, after giving up his first run of a season back in the 5th, goes 1-2-3 here in the 6th. It's a 3-2 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 6th in Monte Vista.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is Legacy in Motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Rawhides on deck for your vineyard. Oh my God! Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Oh my God.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma.
Welcome back to Monte Vista. Apologies for the audio difficulties. Scotty Cato entered the inning, allowed a walk, 2 singles, and a double. Walnut Creek has taken the lead here in the bottom of the 6th with a new arm into the game. It's Brady Rutan relieving Scotty Cato. This is the 2nd appearance of the year for Rutan. The righty from El Dorado Hills, California, plays his college ball at UC Riverside. Enters with Clisby at 3rd, Perez at 2nd, Elijah Ramos coming to the plate here. In a 1-run game, Walnut Creek leads. He's 1 for 2 today with a 2-run homer. Trying to add on against his former side. Rutan been solid. This is the 2nd appearance of the summer for Sonoma. He didn't allow a base runner and struck out 1 in his 1st appearance back at Arnold Field. Righty-righty matchup against Ramos. First pitch. Looked at, appeal down the first. Unsuccessful. Ramos held up the swing and takes ball 1. "17 RBIs on the year. Despite the average being low, he gets guys in. The 1-0 to Ramos. Bounced over to 3rd. Heredia looks back on the runner at his base before firing across the infield for the first out of the inning. Perez holds at 2nd. Clisby holds at 3rd. 1 down to bring up the top of the order, Shane Aldridge. 2 runs already across the plate here for Walnut Creek. They lead 4-3. The lefty Aldridge steps in against the righty Rutan, beg your pardon. Aldridge is 1 for 3 today with a strikeout and a single. Infield plays in. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Aldridge trying to score runs here. He's on 2nd and 3rd. He gets the 0-1 and takes it upstairs. Ball 1. 11 RBIs on the year. Only a double and a home run in the extra base hits category. Enter today below the Mendoza line at 192. The Menlo College Oak gets a 1-1. and takes it inside, ball 2. Lucas Carlisle on deck. He's 1 for 3 today and has had success against Sonoma. A home run last time these two teams faced off. Roughton behind the count 2-1 to Aldridge. He has runners on second and third in a 1-run game. The Stomps trail. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Aldridge chased an off-speed pitch out of his zone. Two on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Roughton trying to prevent any more runs from coming across the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. He comes home. Aldridge takes it outside, ball 3. Roughton has first base open. He does not want to give it. As the infield plays in. Roughton stares down the lefty Aldridge. The tall righty delivers the payoff pitch. Fouled off the chest protector of Carlson. Will do it again. Wind blowing out to right center. Aldridge awaits another 3-2 pitch from Roughton. Comes in, and he can't reach it. Strike 3, swinging for Shane Aldridge. 2 on, 2 down, and a 1-run game here. 4-3, the Crawdads lead. Lucas Carlisle has to continue the inning for the Crawdads, who only lead by a run. The righty digs in to face the righty Roughton. He's 1 for 3 today with a single. The first pitch. Taken at the knees, strike 1. Roughton has retired the first 2 he's faced since coming in, with runners on second and third. He's ahead 0-1 against the righty Carlisle, as time is called by the batter. Carlisle, Santa Barbara City College. It might actually be Carlson who called time there. And Zach Pace out of the dugout. Carlson signaling to his legs. He might be cramping up here on a hot and sunny day in Danville. Gage McCown available off the bench. And Carlson's going to stay in the game, fight through the cramp, and trust his pitcher Roughton to get out of it. Brady ahead 0-1. The 0-1 comes in. And that one is bounced over to Heredia, who throws across the infield a one-hopper that Shepler scoops off the ground for the final out of the 6th. 2 runs come across the plate for Walnut Creek on 3 hits, 2 left. We head to the top of the 7th in a 1-run game. Sonoma looks for a response as Kieran Costa takes back over on play-by-play.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI. local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard.
We play on here into the 7th. New arm on the mound will be Cody Perry. He works against the Stompers with now a 4-3 lead. Brady Rutan did a great job of escaping that inning by just stranding his 2 inherited runners aboard. For Paul Wheeler, who went 2 innings of work, he didn't have his sharpest stuff, 2 strikeouts. He did walk 1, hit a batter, and give up a single, and 1 run over his 2 innings, and he gives way to Cody Perry. I'm Kieran Costa, here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. Hunter Carlson, Tino Vassell, and Anthony Shepler. Stompers down by 1. Perry, the righty, misses up and out, 1-0. Cody Perry, a 6', 200-pound senior, still deciding where he's going to play in the fall. From Greenbrae, California. He's making his 5th appearance. He's 1-0. He has not allowed a run in 4 innings pitched with 7 strikeouts. Carlson walked twice and been hit by a pitch, and he's ahead in the count, 2-1. Hunter, left-handed hitter with power. Walk and a hit by pitch yesterday. Here he takes a called strike. The count's even at 2-2. Stompers and the Crawdads for the 6th time this summer. Sonoma trails the season series 4-1, and Carlson does a great job of taking that pitch down below the zone. He's filled up the count at 3-2 against the new arm Perry. Payoff pitch on the way to Carlson is popped up back behind the plate. Clisby has another chance as the catcher. He squeezes this one, and Carlson out for the first time today for Tino Vassell. Carlson fooled on a changeup, and we will now see Tino Vassell for the 4th time. Tino popped out in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and singled in the 4th. The righty Perry comes home. Vassell checks his swing. Doesn't matter. It's a called strike anyway. Stompers down by a run. Vassell takes low. It counts a ball and a strike on Tino, the reigning CCL hitter of the week. OPS over 1,500. He bats here in the 7th. Stompers down 4-3. He pops this one foul back 1-2. Vassell entered play today with an average at .333. He was an even 30 for 90. Now he's 31 for 92. And he takes high 2-2. Not giving in here against Cody Perry. And Vassell takes a called strike 3. Caught looking. 2 away.
Number 7, Anthony Scheffler.
Anthony behind in the count, 0-1. 4-3 your score, top of the 7th. Stompers, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. On the other side, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 miscue. The pitch from Perry, Scheffler takes outside. It's 1-1. Sonoma and Walnut Creek go again Friday and Saturday. These teams got a whole lot of each other in the back week and a half. Anthony gets ahead. It's 2-1. Laid off an off-speed pitch in the dirt. This one could have a nice little conclusion if the Stompers can rally. The pitch. To strike, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Is taken, and Shep has battled himself back into this count. It's now 3-2. Stompers in desperate need of base runners. They're in a competitive game with Walnut Creek, something we haven't said in the last few meetings. Down by just a run. The pitch to Scheffler on 3-2. Taken for a called strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Cody Perry with a couple of Ks. Time to stretch in Walnut Creek. Your score, Crawdads 4 and Stompers nothing.
Scoreless, top of the 7th.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma.
Bottom of the 7th, Jaden Ramos takes over for Brady Rutan, who came in with runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. He stranded both those runners with a couple ground balls and a strikeout. Ryan Ellis, Kevin Parker Jr., and Cam Taylor go to work against Jaden Ramos, the righty. From the windup, he starts squared up to home plate. He rocks and delivers. Foul ball. Hit the knob of the bat of Mr. Ellis. Ramos from Elk Grove, California, pitched at Delta last year, stands 5'10", weighs in at $180. The righty's really just had one bad appearance. This is his 6th crack. during the 2026 summer and misses low. All 4 earned runs he's allowed, or really 4 of the 5 earned runs he's allowed over 5 2/3 innings came against these Crawdads, a blow-up outing. 4 earned and 3 hit when these two teams played on June the 27th. It's a 10-4 victory for Walnut Creek. They lead 4-3 here, and Ryan Ellis is hit square in the back. He's on base for the 3rd time today without the aid of a hit. Hunter Carlson's going to go and try and settle down Jaden Ramos. An ignominious start to the outing, trying to hold this deficit at just a run. Stompers started with Max Mazinter, then Scotty Cotto, Brady Rutan, and now Jaden Ramos. A 2-run 6th inning, the difference so far. RBI singles from Brandon Clisby, and then a double for Dylan Perez. Parker 1 for 3 on the day. Third baseman from Texas Southern, 2 ball in effect. If Ramos can induce a ground ball, and it's high for ball 1. 4-3 your score here in the 7th. Stompers on a 9-game winning streak. Ramos misses down and out with a fastball. The Crawdads have accounted, yes, for 4 of the 13 league losses so far this year for Sonoma. And this ball's popped up. Back behind the plate. Hunter Carlson has room. He comes back towards home plate and makes the catch. Squeezes it. That's not an easy play for a catcher. You throw off the mask. You're battling the sun. A nice job by Carlson to make that catch. He was backpedaling back towards home plate when he came down with it. Cam Bam Bam Taylor. He's the first baseman. He played at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College out in Georgia. He walked, stole a base, and scored a run in the 6th. His run tied the ball game. Bryden Bulbaman on deck, singled. His run took the lead. Taylor takes way high. That's off the glove of Carlson to the backstop. Wild pitch puts a runner in scoring position. Taylor, left-handed hitter with power. Swinging the bat out in front of his head. Still, Ramos is yet to come set. Now he does. Dancing off second is Ellis, not running. Taylor hits it to the second baseman, Europero, who knocks it down, recovers, and cannot pick it up. It's going to be an error charged against Misael Europero. Misa did the hard work. He ranged to the glove side, got to it. It came in and out of his glove, and then he still had a chance to throw out Taylor. He just couldn't really pick it up. Runners at the corners with 1 out. The Crawdads trying to add a little bit of breathing room to a 4-3 lead. Carlson sets up down below the knees of Bull, and the pitch is down but away as well, 1-0. Right in 1 for 3. And that's been changed to a hit. That ball's off the glove of Carlson. A run's going to score. That one just kicked off Carlson's glove to the backstop. Pass ball against Hunter. To second base went Taylor, which I guess is going as a single. A pitch to the lefty Bull. That ball's cranked to right. Trentke's going back in deep right center field. He watches it go. Bryden Bull delivers a pull side home run, and it's all Walnut Creek. They're hammering the Stompers once more.
The 5th home run of the season for Bryden Bull.
Different days, same result when these two teams match up this year. Three home in the frame, 7-3 your score. For Bryden Bull, it's home run number 5. RBI 16 and 17.
The catcher number 27, Brandon Clisby.
And now Brandon Clisby gets his second chance. And he's ahead 1-0. Stompers hung around for a while. They held a 3-2 lead. Scotty Cotto was sent back out for the 6th inning, allowed 4 straight base runners, 2 scored to make it 4-3, and Jaden Ramos in this inning, a hit by pitch, an infield single that it's a play that 100% should have been made, and then a 2-run home run has made it 7-3, and now Clisby is ahead in the count 2-1, and the Stompers winning streak in jeopardy here in the 7th. Clisby pops this one up. Down the first baseline in foul ground, Anthony Shepler makes a two-handed catch.
The left fielder, number 22, Dylan Pettis.
Dylan Perez, a triple and a double. Drove in what was the go-ahead run to make it 4-3. The Crawdads have extended that lead to 7-3 with a 3 spot here in the 7th. Perez takes the ball 1-0. Ramos misses with the first 2. Two balls and no strikes. This inning got away from Ramos in a hurry. That one over but low, 3-0. And Jaden Ramos had such a promising start to the year for Sonoma. Tough go last couple times out. That's a 4-pitch walk. Dylan Perez is on for the 3rd time today. And now Elijah Ramos.
Ramos.
(7-3) Walnut Creek. Runner goes. Carlson's throw down to second is to the far side of the bag. It skips into center field. Heading towards third base now is Perez. The throw there is wide. So it'll go as a stolen base for Perez, and then after that it should be an E2 charge to Carlson, allowed him the extra base. Ramos sends this one to center, should stay in the yard at will. Taylor drifts into right center and makes the catch. The inning is over. But in the frame, the Crawdads tack on 3 runs thanks to a Bryden Bull home run, 2 hits, no stopper error, 1 stopper error minimum, and 1 left. We head to the 8th inning of play. It's 7-3.
Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Stompers down a handful as we enter the 8th, a 7-3 scoreline. And Sonoma have gone down quietly the last few innings, 8 straight retired as Cody Perry starts his second inning of work. He struck out a couple in a 1-2-3 7th. That was with a 1-run lead. Now he's working with a 4-run lead, and Keys pulls a single into right. Stompers break that little 8 straight retired streak, and Keys has his second hit of the day. Stompers need to start chipping away here. They have 6 outs to get 4 runs, assuming they don't give up any more. The Stompers have done so well over the past 2 weeks as beat up on bad teams. The pitch. Jones hits a weak ground ball back to the pitcher. Perry slings to second, out. The throw to first, out again. And it goes 1-4-3 on the double play. And so the threat erased in a second. 2 down, nobody on.
Second baseman number 51, Misael Yoriparo.
And they're scoring. There was a scoring change. It's now been rechanged. Cam Taylor reached on an E4. That was in the 7th. 7-3 ball game. Yoriparo takes inside and low 1-1. Misa trying to atone for that miscue in the bottom of the last inning. Back to the point on the win streak. All 9 consecutive wins were against teams under 500. The pitch comes home, and Yoriparo sends it to right center field. Bryden Bull has a long way to go. He plays it on a hop. The second single of the inning against Cody Perry. Unfortunately, the first one was erased on a double play, and Bryson Ayala comes to the plate. The closest to 500 team the Stompers played over those 9 were the Walnut Creek, or not the Walnut Creek Crawdads, were the Alameda Merchants, who entered that game 10-11. Those Merchants did beat the Blues today, and they'll see the Stompers tomorrow at Arnold Field at 6:05. First pitch to Ayala, low outside. Clisby blocks it, and holding it first is Yoriparo. Stompers can't make an out on the base paths in a spot like this. You need every base runner you can get. Sonoma 5 hits on the day. It's yielded them 3 runs. They trail by 4. Ayala bounces this one to second. Tough hop for Carlisle, who flips to first to get the runner Ayala, and the inning is over. For the Stompers in the inning, no runs on 2 hits, no Crawdad errors, and a man left. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Walnut Creek leading 7-3.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC, solutions made for your vineyard. In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers.
Bottom of the 8th, Gage McCown gets the ball to try and hold this deficit at just 4 runs. He deals with the top of the order. Shane Aldridge, Lucas Carlisle, and Ryan Ellis. McCown made the CCL leaderboard this last week. He had the highest spin rate pitch of any ball thrown last week of California Collegiate League action, and he delivers a called strike 1. A little bit of hesitancy from Blake Dempsey, but he does issue the strike call. McCown, two-way player. He's the secondary catcher. Not even secondary. He's one of 3 catchers on the roster now with the addition of Eli Burnham of UC Davis. Just arrived a few days ago. He's been splitting time with Hunter Carlson all year. He gets a half-hearted swing from Aldridge, and he's ahead in the count 1-2. Gage on the mound this season is 1-0. He's gone 5 2/3 innings. He's given up 5 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and 7 strikeouts to just 3 walks. And again, just 1 blow-up inning for him, too. 4 of those 5 earned runs came in 2/3 of an inning against Slow. He misses 2-2 to Aldridge, who's struck out twice, singled, and hit a fly ball to left. The lefty Aldridge waits and takes high 3-2. Stompers will have the top of their order up in the 9th, and they'll need 4 runs to force extra innings as things stand now.
To even force a bottom of the 9th.
Pitch from McCown struck him out swinging. Aldridge heads down to first, but Carlson's throw beats him. That's just the 6th strikeout for Stomper pitching. First since the second out of the 6th.
And then you look at the other side, and Sonoma has struck out 12 times.
First pitch strike to Carlisle. McCown has looked really good in every single outing since that tough go of it in Slow. A great pitch mix. This is just sort of the 3rd outing he's had this drop step. He delivers home low. Michael Olson, the big lefty, up and throwing. He'll have the 9th. Pitch from McCown, high. 2-1. Carlisle unsuccessfully tried to bunt for a hit in his first at-bat. Singled in his second trip, has flown out and bounced out since. Not a safe situation in the bottom of the 9th. McCown's delivery. Carlisle takes at the knees, 2-2. The pitch is bounced up the middle. Europero backhand slides, gets up, throws to first in time. Great play by Misael Europero. And there's 2 down in the inning. Instead of a backhand side up the middle, went into sort of a pop-up slide, and a nifty play by the second baseman.
Good redemption after the error back in the 7th.
First one misses low to Ryan Ellis. Walked twice, struck out, and been hit by a pitch. He's scored a run. He takes low and outside. He's ahead 2-0. McCown struck out Aldridge to start the inning. Got a ground ball to second after that. Sees his team trailing 7-3. That ball's line, but it hooks foul into the Crawdads on-field bullpen down the right field line where Michael Olson continues to throw. Sonoma was in this game. They led 3-2 after 5.5. But have been unable to get back into it after the Crawdads took a 4-3 lead after 6 and a 7-3 lead into here, the bottom of the 8th. And it's now 3-1 on Ellis, who now I see why he entered with a 500 on base percentage. Now has 20 walks this year after the 2 he has today, and he's about to get another. Stompers left 2 runners in the first, the third, the fourth, and the 5th. They've left just 1 in the last 3 innings. McCown's pitch, that's their filler up at 3-2. Payoff pitch. McCown comes home and misses low. It's a 3rd walk for Ryan Ellis.
The third baseman, number 8, Kevin Parker Jr.
That brings up the man they call KPJ. Kevin Parker Jr. singled in the first, grounded out in the 3rd, popped out in the 5th and the 8th. Stompers back home tomorrow. Hopefully they can find the win column. That would be against the Merchants at 6:05. Parker, a right-handed hitter. McCown comes home just off the corner in to the righty, 1-0. Crawdads scored first in this ballgame for just the 2nd time in their 6 meetings. Off speed in there, called strike. They put up 2 runs in the 2nd inning. The Stompers cut the lead in half in the 3rd, tied it in the 4th, took a 1-run lead in the 5th, and led 3-2. A 2-run 6th and a 3-run 7th gets us to 7-3 in the 8th. 2 on, 1 out. McCown comes home, and Parker way late on a fastball, 1-2.
Yeah, no matter how you slice it, though, 3 runs against the Crawdads, it's going to be hard for that to be enough of how potent this lineup is. You have the bases loaded, nobody out in that 5th inning, and you can only score a run.
McCown trying to hold it at 4 and send us to the 9th. Parker does a nice job to stay alive.
This all but effectively ends Sonoma's hopes of pushing for the 2 seed.
Could take 3 of 4.
Could take 3 of 4.
With the loss today, 3 of 3. See how they fare right back here on Friday, 4:05. Your start time. A big swing and a miss. Carlson clears himself to the inside of the bag, throws down a couple strikeouts for McCown. Works around a 2-out walk. Stompers need 4 to tie, 5 to take the lead. We'll see if they can do it at the top of the order in the top of the 9th next.
Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners.
Michael Olson comes in to clean this one up. The lefty stands 6'4", 210 pounds, out of Chabot College. This will be appearance number 10, and he'll start inning number 11. In his first 11 innings pitch, he has a 4.91 earned run average and 11 strikeouts, 1 per inning. 8 walks and 8 hits. So the whip numbers aren't great, but the ERA just 4.91. He deals with the top of the Stomper lineup. Alessandro Martinez started this game. He gave way to Austin Bolello, and then Paul Wheeler. Cody Perry pitched the last 2 innings, giving up 2 hits and 2 strikeouts without a run or a walk. Taylor, left-handed hitters, walked twice and singled. Olson's pitch. Taylor grounds it towards second. Carlisle gobbles it up, and from the outfield grass throws out Chase. 1 away. One pitch, 1 out in the 9th, brings up Mateo Heredia. Olson, tall lefty, delivers outside 1-0. The Stompers just need base runners. They need 4 to make this thing interesting. It's the heart of the order, though. Heredia, Carlson. Due up after Taylor grounded out. The pitch to Mateo's popped up down the first baseline and foul. Mateo struck out 3 times, and he's also bounced out to the pitcher. Looking for his first hit of the day. The 1-1. At the knees for a called strike, 1-2. Olson's 1-2. Heredia takes down, and professional take, and the count is even at 2-2. Stompers down to their last couple outs. Heredia takes down again. Payoff pitch. Olson delivers. Heredia takes high, and he's aboard with a walk. First time Heredia's reached.
Catcher number 52, Hunter
Now 8 of the 9 Stompers have reached. Carlson, a powerful left-handed hitter, trying to keep this ball game alive. With the slow loss, this win would push Walnut Creek even further to the top of the standings. Carlson tried to get all 4 back in one swing, came up empty.
It's too bad for Carlson. There's only one on. He'd cut it in half. That'd be a good start for Sonoma, but you'd
Gotta
want to
do
get. I think you'd rather get on and pass the bats for Vassell and Shepler after.
Stumper to take anything from Carlson here. Outfield straight away. The pitch to Carlson is served the other way. Coming in is Dylan Pettis. He dives, and he can't get it. It rolls past him to the wall. Heredia heads towards third. He's held up there. Into second is Hunter Carlson. Wait for a ruling on that.
It's a tough play for Pears to make. I had to dive out to get it, and that's why they rule it a hit there.
Pitch running for Sonoma at second base, number 8, Griffin Messenger.
Stompers have sent in a pinch runner out at second base. Griffin Messenger into the game to pinch run for Carlson. So Messenger, who pitched yesterday, is into the game as a pinch runner for Carlson. And Vassell takes a called strike 1. Vassell behind in the count, second and third here in the 9th. Olsen comes home. Tino pops it up over our heads as we're set up just to the left of home plate. 0-2 on Tino. He takes 1-2. Well, Sonoma's just 6th hit of the day. Put Carlson at second. Messenger pinch ran. Olsen stares in to get the sign. His 1-2 pitch. Vassell hits it foul again. Anthony Shepler in the on-deck circle does represent the tying run. Lots of work to do to get there with 1 out. One, 2 with 1 out. Heredia at third, he walked. Messenger at second, he pitch ran for Carlson after the double. Stomps down by 4. Olsen's 1-2 offer. Vassell bends back out of the way. It's 2-2. The pitch missed high. Top of the 9th. Stompers hoping for some late magic. Tino, left-handed hitter, slightly open stance. Olsen's pitch is bounced towards second. Carlisle fields a tough hop and throws out Vassell, who does pick up his 27th run batted in of the year. I think that is 28th, and he's tied with Carlson for the team lead. So the run scores Heredia from third. Messenger goes from second to third. Out is Vassell for 3. And Anthony Shepler is the Stompers' final chance.
Just get on. Bring up a tying run. Give yourself a chance.
That would be Trent Keys in the on-deck circle. Lefty on lefty. 7-4 now your score. Low for ball one. Crawdads host the Blues tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The Stompers go again at 6:05 against the Merchants. Shepler takes down and away. The Stompers have won their last 5 against Alameda after dropping the first 2. Shepler ahead in the count. Olson's 2-0. High 3-0. One more wide one would bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Trent Keys. Shepler has to be uber selective. You'd assume it's a 3-0 green light in a situation like this. He takes low for ball 4. 4 pretty non-competitive pitches in that spot, and here comes the tying run. Runners at the corners, 2 outs in the 9th. Trent Keys will stand in the lefty batter's box. Mike Jones, a righty on deck, hoping to get a chance. And Jeff Robertshaw is going to come out to the mound to have a conversation with Michael Olson and the entire infield. Stompers with lone runs in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and now the 9th.
And Ryan Delaney, a lefty, starting to toss in the bullpen. Longtime Crawdad. He's faced the Stompers plenty of times.
Blake Dempsey heading out to break up the meeting on the mound as we creep close to the 3-hour mark here in Walnut Creek. Shepler's at first. Carlson doubled. He was replaced by Messenger, who's now at third. Robertshaw back to the dugout. Olson back up on the hill, and Trent Keys in from the left side. Long ball would tie it. Clisby sets up down. Keys takes down 1-0. 5 consecutive misses out of the zone from Michael Olson. Olson comes set and delivers. Keys checks his swing. The pitch was high. 2-0. And I don't think Ryan Delaney will be ready for Mike Jones if Keys can keep this ball game going. Hitters count to the powerful lefty. The pitch. Trent hits it foul, a little bit late. Directly over the Stomper third base dugout. That was the pitch he wanted to go attack. Messenger leads from third. Keys takes inside 3-1.
Great take.
If Trent can walk, it would put the tying run at first and the go-ahead run at the plate in Mike Jones. Gotta challenge him here if you're Olson. He does. Keys foul tips it into the glove of Clisby. Shepler will be running from first on a 3-2 with 2 outs. Messenger leads from third base. Olsen comes set, delivers home. Trent takes low for ball 4. The bases are loaded. And Brant Cummings has stood up. We'll see if it's time to make the call as Misael Europero comes in to bat. Well, no, it'll be Ben Sebastiani to hit for Mike Jones. Sebastiani, a righty. He represents the go-ahead run. Something's gotta give here in this 9th. Bases full. Sebastiani, a right-handed hitter. First pitch to him. Called strike 1. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate in the 9th. 7-4 affair. 0-2 pitch. The Olsen the lefty comes home. Sebastiani bounces it foul. He lives to see another pitch.
Sebastiani's gonna have to battle here. He's facing a tough arm. He's only got 3 hits on the year. It's quite a moment to come into without appearing before in the game.
Messenger leads from 3rd. From 2nd is Shepler. From 1st is Keys. The pitch. Sebastiani hits it back up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Right behind him is Shepler. He's going to score. And just like that, the Stompers are back within 1. It's 7-6. Ben Sebastiani, pinch hit, 2 out, 2 RBI single. We've got ourselves a ball game here in the 9th.
And still no signs of Brant Cummings, and now he makes the walk out of a dugout. That'll be the day of Olsen.
Stompers sent 7 straight to the plate against Olsen. They have the tying run at 2nd, the go-ahead run at 1st in the 9th. Misael Europero faces a new arm next on the Stompers Broadcast Network.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats to the family. La Michoacana Ice Cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Ryan Delaney, a fourth-year Crawdad. He's 22 years of age from right here in Danville. He throws his college ball at Bucknell out in Pennsylvania. The lefty comes on 2 out. Europero takes a called strike one. Delaney 1-0 this season. He has a 6.75 earned run average. He's only gone 6 2/3 innings. Faced Sonoma twice. Hasn't given up a base runner. Europero needs a single to tie this ball game. The pitch. Misa swings and misses. It's 0-2. Same spot we saw Ben Sebastiani in. Behind 0-2. He knocked a single off of Olsen. Now it's Delaney against Europero, the same. 0-2 count. A peek at second in the pitch. Europero hits it to second right at Carlisle, who throws him out, and the ball game is over. The Stompers make it interesting with a little 3-run ninth inning on 2 hits. They leave 2, with especially the tying run at second base. We'll keep it here for the post game. Ryan Delaney gets the save, his first of the year. Paul Wheeler, the win, he's 3-0. Kato takes the loss, he's 0-1. The Stompers, 6 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. They fall to the Crawdads, 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 errors. A disappointing one at the end, Nate, but sort of his same old story here against the Dads.
Yeah, but I think there's a couple positives you can take away from that. You came back, you got a crooked number against Walnut Creek pitching late on. Some really gutsy calls from manager Zach Pace that paid off, some that didn't. And it's a tough loss, but you feel like you can get a result against Walnut Creek on Friday after that 9th inning.
Stompers face the Merchants tomorrow at 6:05 at Arnold Field. You can get your tickets at stompersbaseball.com. Your final here from Monte Vista, 7-9-1, triumphs over 6-7-2. Wheeler over Kato. Delaney gets the save. That's going to wrap up our coverage. For Nate Martin, I'm Kieran.